What's going on, friends? James the Wind here with the Alpha Red Comic Channel. Got to remove that. Thank you for joining me, guys. Let me hang tight. I'm not used to being on Sundays, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But we got the buttons. Hang on, I got another button. Where'd it go? Where'd my applause go? Come on, there we are. Hey, I'm here. We're back on Sundays. That's a reason to clap, friends. That is absolutely a reason to clap. It was supposed to be super duper. I was gonna have lots of energy, well rested, because I had the time to get all caught up, but there was an accident. My son got into a car accident, and it's thrown the whole weekend off. And so even though we did get some rest, it's been discombobulated the whole weekend. Friday evening, I was getting ready to do the Friday draw stream, and then announced that I was gonna switch it to let me see, unfortunately I am speaking, can't chat, but I can't wait to talk. Okay. So I was getting ready for the live stream, and then all of a sudden I get a phone call, and it was my son. He had hit a deer, and oh dear. Let me fix this here a second. So that's when I was going to tell you that we're going to move back to Sundays, but that didn't happen because of the deer. So here we are. We're going to do our Archangels anyway. I did invite the creator of Archangels to join me, but he is not feeling well, and we just wish Mr. Patrick Scott I think it's Patrick Scott, right? Yep, Patrick Scott. He has a last name too. I think that's his first name, middle name. But I am doing Cameron. I'll flip through the things here, but just to give you the reason why I'm a little discombobulated here. I'm going to turn off the heater. Got a heater going. It is still snowing outside, guys. I don't know if you're getting any snow where you are, but man, is it snowing this year. My son tells me that we've had 80 inches so far this year. Last year, we had the snowiest winter in like 30 years. We had 110 inches or something like that. And this year, we already have 80. And that was 110 was like the whole year. So it's snowing again tonight. And so he's in bed. He's going to go out at like 11. So 3 hours from now, he's gonna check it out. He's going to go out and plow. But anyway, you're not here to listen to me yammer on. We got somebody new here. I'm trying to make this bigger. Can I make this bigger and still read it? I cannot. My eyes are going. So AR, thank you for being here. I mean AR, no. Nicholas Fainmate, thank you for being here. Ryan from Zebra Comics says, let's go. Brother Fong is in the house. Happy New Year, everyone. I forgot to say Happy New Year. I forgot to start off with a Happy New Year. It was a Happy New Year. We had some friends over in the morning. We did not do anything on New Year's Eve. I did stay up, did not watch any of the ball drops or whatever your local city does. We used to have a strawberry drop in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, but I no longer live there. So that was always weird. And there was a town called Dillsburg, close by to Harrisburg, and they would drop a giant pickle from a crane. So I don't know what festivities you enjoyed on New Year's Eve, but I did not do any of those. So I am going to be doing Cameron from the Archangels. So he seemed to be like he's the main Archangel. It feels like as I flip through issue number 2. I did read 1 through 9. I think is the whole series, but I don't remember it. Patrick sent me a set 2 years ago, and I read them and forgot about them. But Funk says, I guess I should read the Archangels comics I got recently at Alpha Omega Con. Yes, you should. And it looks like I think we have Mr. Patrick Scott in the chat. So Jay Scott says, what's up, James? Happy Sunday again, and Happy New Year to you, Mr. Jay Scott. Patrick Scott, creator of Archangels, is in the house. Let's see what you got. He's calling me out. He's calling me out. So I appreciate you being here, bro. Okay, that's awesome. He said he sent a message to the co-creator of Archangels. So the pressure is on. The pressure is on. The creators are watching. So let's go. I haven't seen snow in years because you're down in Texas, bro. You did, didn't you? Wasn't there like I'm in insurance, so the big freeze in a couple of years ago was a big deal in the insurance industry. So this is Archangels #2, and maybe Patrick Scott can tell us why the third printing of Archangels The Saga #2 is worth more than the second printing. So that's what I found as I was looking around. But here it is. Here it is. Let's take a preview of the current issue of Alpha Red that I'm working on. This is the current comic that I am working on, my own comic, for those of you who don't know. But that's page 1. This is going to be a wrestling-centric themed issue. It is not always. It's mainly a superhero comic. And you'll see towards the middle here where all the superheroics are going to happen. So if anybody has any questions about Archangels, the co-creator is in the chat. So that is awesome. I appreciate him jumping in there and maybe clarifying some of the rumors and give us. He's already explained to me the story behind it, and there's always drama. So I'm just happy that we got Archangels, especially at the time where, Image was flying high, and it looks a lot like an Image book from the mid-90s. So I'm just flipping through it. I'm not going to talk too much about the pages. These are all in order. You can slow it down later, and you can guess what's happening. And this is the current page being inked. There is a storyline where there's a bully. He was bullied as a kid, and his bully really liked wrestling. So that is going to be a theme in it. And then the next page, we get some a little bit more action. So there is Alpha Red. I know you didn't ask for it, but I use it this time to promote a little bit of what I'm doing in the independent comic space. So hopefully you guys are inspired to go to alpharedcomic.com and pick up issues of Alpha Red. That would be amazing. Like Fong did for his nephews. So this is what I'm going to use, guys. So I printed out. So this is a picture of Cameron. He's also on the cover. I don't know. This is a better shot. But maybe we'll just flip through and let Patrick reminisce about the old days, the old glory days of what was going on. It's a good looking book for sure. And the artwork is what drew a lot of people to the comic from what I can see online. Anybody who loves the comics are just very complimentary as far as the quality of the artwork and how it was able to be as good as Image and Marvel and those guys at the time. So I don't know, Patrick Scott, if you could tell us how many issues would make the whole set, because I do believe you sent me the whole set. I don't know if it was 9 or 11 issues, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. And the reason why there's a picture of Conan on here, that's the pose that is going to inspire today's Image. So, and I keep promising that I'm going to build something for my for the reference, but that didn't happen yet, obviously, as I run out of space on my table here. Let's see. I haven't seen snow in years. It's raining here in California. Oh, didn't you guys have a drought? Didn't you guys have a drought, then a fire, and then now you got rain? Whew. Not looking good. Not looking good. Does this qualify as can you draw? This does not. This is not. This is me, honestly, kind of recommitting to independent comics and Christian comics, and hopefully I can keep that up in the new year. I know it's easier to just draw Batman. I might still draw Batman. I've got one coming up with Brother Benny has commissioned me to do a Spider-Man Invincible when that comes out. So that will be, it'll sprinkle in. But for the most part, I wanted to get back to pointing people to alternative independent comics. And so it'll seem like a can you draw. It's hard for me to keep up with the can you draws, and there wasn't as much desire for it as previous. So once I get through some of these, I'll get to the drawing. Those panels are fire. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. You draw in sequential order. I do. It just helps me to maintain continuity. Like I need to be telling myself the story all the time. So Gerard Cow says 9. 12, The Saga, and 3, The Fall. Awesome. Well, now you know, guys, straight from the horse's mouth. Let me see here. Watching. Just cover over those redraw requested for the family. And John be there to be more dramatic. Okay. Original was too dark for focus on the family. Gotcha. Man, those are some cool details that I'll definitely have to have you on for to give us the lowdown, as much as you want to share, because we don't want to gossip, but like as an independent creator, we lose our pencils. Where's them? There they are. As independent creators, we always want to know how the sausage is made. And you had a more unique experience than most of us are going through nowadays, because I believe when Archangels was coming out, it was like the boom, the image boom. And it felt like you guys were, it sounded like, because I don't remember it, even though I was working at a comic book store at the time. I don't remember seeing Archangels, and I wasn't a Christian then. So I was just following Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, all those guys. So I wasn't necessarily following anything outside of what Image was creating, or creators that I knew. So this is this was like whenever I think of an Image, right? So I was looking at Cameron. He's got this really cool big sword. He's got the Richard Marx hair from the 90s. So that's who I'm thinking of. Richard Marx, is that right? Am I thinking of the right guy? He had cool hair. And then everybody else, what was I thinking? So as I'm looking at the big cool sword, I'm thinking Conan. And so I'm thinking, what kind of cool Conan poses can I be drawing to accentuate the sword? But yeah, the independent space now, especially for a niche market like Christian comics, is not a sought after niche. So let me see. Scott Surag, the artist, is in the group watching. Oh, that's awesome. So you guys will have to say hi. Here is the other co-creator of Archangels. This is awesome. This is awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If maybe John, if you are available, I'd love to have you on. You can jump on with us on here if you'd like. I can send you a StreamYard link. If you, I don't even know how I would have to get it to Patrick, and then he would have to email it to you. But if you are willing to come on and talk about your experience creating it, as I remember, it started off as a screenplay. Were you guys like college roommates or just schoolmates, and you were doing a screenplay, if I'm remembering correctly? But you guys can chime in and let us know. Let's see. Scott says, can't wait to see what you come up with. Thank you, Scott. And Patrick says, I'm so dumb, Fat Fingers 9 in the saga. Okay. And then 3 for the fall. Gotcha. So 12 in all. Ahead of its time, for sure. For sure. Great, great, great. Great to have you here. Scott drew the cover. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Scott, for being here. I can't believe it. That's awesome. I'm glad that you guys are getting a kick out of this. So I'd be curious, Scott Sirag, are you still working? Are you still drawing comics? I would love to promote other comic creators, Christian creators. Zebra Comics, Ryan has a comic called Nephilim. Nephilim. If I'm, I guess maybe I've not said it out loud a lot. Nephilim? Giants. The offspring of Watchers and women. But yeah, I'd love to promote. I don't know if you guys, I mean, I'm sure it's nostalgic for you to think about your creation again and have other people be introduced to it. Got to do some. Am I thinking of the Cameron's inspiration correctly if I say that his hair was maybe Richard Marx-ish? Maybe you guys can clarify for me. Jay Scott says, looking good already, and everyone is in the house. Let's go. Because it's a Sunday, bro. It is a Sunday. This is the day. This is the good day. I'm late. Happy Sunday, y'all. Great, 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 great. So Patrick says, Andy Orjula drew the original, and Scott redrew. Nice. The cover, I assume you mean, for issue number 2. So when I was researching Christian comics 2 years ago, everybody, as I was posting Alpha Red to the Christian sites, everybody kept mentioning to me that it reminded them of the artwork on Archangels. And that is how I even heard about Archangels. And so I got onto an Archangels The Saga message board on Facebook. And lo and behold, Scott was on there. And so I reached out to him, and I had already been trying to get a set. And I was hodgepodge kind of piecing it together from eBay and some other place. And then I should have just called Patrick first, because he sent me a set. But I have extra, is why I bring that up. And so I am putting this issue of number 2 along with this sketch up on Etsy. So if you go to Etsy, you can pick up this sketch. You don't know how it's going to turn out, but you get Archangels The Saga #2, third printing, which is more valuable, I have found, than the second printing of Archangels The Saga #2. So, all right. So he's got some armor here. Got some of that armor. We got shiny armor here, like Cable-ish. Like when Liefeld and the Image guys kind of came on the scene, I think everybody was trying to copy bits of their designs and their art styles. So I don't know if Scott Sirag, who you'd say your influences were. Let me see. Patrick Scott says 30-year anniversary last May. We should have. Wow, those are impressive numbers. Last May, 1.2 million sold over 30 years. That's awesome. By the way, I always try to draw in sequential order when doing pages. And yes, I'm still doing art. Awesome, awesome. You can shout out your project. I'd love to point people to that. I don't have a huge audience, but people will find it randomly. So Kai is my favorite of the Angels. Yeah, I liked him too. So Kai's the other guy, right? He's the guy with the wings on his head and the beard. But yeah, awesome. Gosh, guys, I'm so excited that you are all here. This is going to be dope when it's done. Thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. All right. And so, like, before I even thought of, angelic things, I guess I would say, because I grew up Catholic. I wasn't saved until I was in my 20s. So I always pictured angels, archangels, all the angels with wings. But it is obviously widely known, maybe not obvious to everyone, that only some angels have wings. The ones that are really in the throne room. Am I thinking about that right? Maybe my brothers and sisters can straighten me out here. So we got the wings here. Got the wings down there. Got 2 sets of feathering. And then we got this hook thing in here, hook thing in there. And obviously the pose is credited to Mr. David Finch here. If you didn't notice, if you joined late, this is what I'm looking at as I'm trying to recreate. I don't know how close I'm getting, but he draws extremely dynamic poses, and so when I'm stuck, when I have artist block, I look through some of my favorite artists, and he's one of them. I don't know if I would say that he's an influence so much as I was learning how to draw overall. But lately here, I have been very attracted to his artwork, just because of all the shadows and textures that he puts in everything. All right, let's see. So we're doing like these metal things here, bracelets. So if you guys have any fans that would enjoy this, you might want to jump over to Etsy and pick up this sketch along with issue #2, because I have a duplicate set that Patrick Patrick Scott sent me. So I had some spares. Although I might want to swap out this third printing for, I believe, I have the other one is a second printing. All right, so he's got this armor. I wish I had armor for my love handles here. He's got some armor covering his love handles. Any New Year's resolutions that include weight loss? Any of you guys? All right, so we're pretty much. Bam. All right, we'll get that foot. We'll keep that foot longer, and then we'll make his leg come out because it. I don't want to second guess Mr. Finch because obviously he knows what he's doing. But I think Conan's leg is a little on the short side, just in my humble opinion. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button if you want to see other drawings, especially in this year, this new year, as I try to recommit to my independent creator side of things, and then especially in the Christian independent creator space. It's not much love for us. But to be fair, not everybody, not every Christian who's has the good intentions are making stuff that competes with the big boys, Marvel, DC, Image. So, but I still want to highlight them. You know, I liken it to Christian movies. You know, if we can get another baseball movie about a faith-based sports-themed movie, you know, I think we're done with those for now. All right. Does he smirk, or is he like he's kind of he's more of a brooding kind of guy, isn't he? Cameron's a little more brooding. So, okay, I missed a couple. Let's go back. Kai's favorite. This is going to be dope when it's done. Thank you. Scott Sirag says, I was always into Jim Lee and all the cliffhanger guys, for sure. Joe Mad is my other, what do they say? The Mount Rushmore of my favorite artist would be Jim Lee, Joe Madureira. I used to say Joe Quesada, but now I look back on his stuff and he was more cartoony, and that's the Joe Quesada that I liked. But I was never. Then he started getting. He's still good, but he's not as big an influence on me anymore. But John says, and his last name is pronounced Orwella, or is it Orwella? Orwella. Yeah, I got one of those last names too. So the first print cover was awesome. Okay, we'll have to hunt that down. Hello, everyone. Patrick Daniel is in the house. Lots of Patricks and Scotts in the house. Also, Greg Capullo, still Mark Silvestri, Todd McFarlane, of course. A lot of anime, movies, graffiti, and Japanese art. Yeah, we're so spoiled. We can be influenced by so much nowadays. But here we go, guys. What do you think? We are ready for some inks. I'm gonna take a quick snapshot. Here is, I think, original cover. Here, guys. This is the original cover that Patrick just sent me. So we went from that first printing, and then this is second and third printing. Like I said, just not sure why online third printing is selling for more or whatever. I was going to take a picture. Take a picture of the pencil version. I'll make his hair a little bit longer too, because I think it's not Richard Marx-ish enough. Not quite enough. Right? He's gotta get in his face a little bit. Got the breeze blowing. Get the breeze blowing with the hair. So who made up the, if you guys, since John and Patrick are both here, who made up the look of the characters? Did you guys have somebody come in? Did you guys have sketches? Did Scott help out? Who was the other name that John threw out there? Andy. Who made the look of the Archangels? And you guys were saying that focus on the family. Now, were they a big part of it in the very beginning, or did they come in and kind of give you guys a boost? Let me see. Let me make sure. That's a nice long sword. Hilt. Nice long hilt to the sword, so that I can poke out behind here. Yeah, we would love to hear. I don't know if you guys get together and talk about the good old days of selling 1.2 million copies of a comic, but I mean that's something to brag about. 2, 3, 4, 5. Something to brag about. Faux show. All right. Let's see. He's looking too thin. I want him a little bit bulkier. So make the muscles a little rounder. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Always start with the eyes. Helps out. Helps to set the tone. And if you mess up the eyes, it ruins the whole picture. So that's what we do. We do the eyes. Let me see. John and Andy created the characters. Here is the first drawing of Cameron. Let's see it, guys. Let's see it. You guys see it? Nice. Oh, am I missing the wings on the boots? I'll have to recheck the... Nice. Nice. So Patrick says that John and Andy created the characters. Nice. Let me flip through the book because I don't want to miss the details. It is a bit of a pet peeve of mine when people try to draw Alpha Red and they miss certain details. So he does have some boots with some wings on it. All right. Let's go back. Doesn't Richard Marx have a song? Something going back. I'm stuck on Richard Marx, okay? Let's look at the original drawing and catch some of that original inspiration there. Use that as the reference. Because why not? That's how we do. That's how we do. And inside, outside. Gotcha. Got some spheres over there. How is this? A little cyborg. Cyber line work. Kabamski. And that's feeling like Wolverine over here a little bit with the tall. Well, the silhouette would look like Wolverine's boots. You turn on the lights and their wings. Nice. I don't know if that was the plan there, but And then he has little ankle things. Circles on the ankles. All right, we're going to reshoot. Oh, which one's this? This is another version of issue number 2, or is this the fall? The saga? Tell me more about this cover, Mr. Patrick Scott. This is the 3rd cover for Focus on the Family, book 2. Okay. So the Focus on the Family came in and reprinted what you guys did. Is that right? I keep that open. What am I doing? Oh, I wanted to take a picture. That's what I wanted to do. Take a little second snapshot. You guys are being very patient. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And now we'll go in for the inks. And then we'll have to remember not to put in all the darkness like it's part of the blue. All right, let's do the hair. Hair coming in, blown across his face. Oh boy, I laid on the lead too thick, maybe. And I am drawing this on a backer board so that you can keep it with your comic book that you're going to buy from Etsy. If you go to jamesq.net, if you're interested, if anyone's interested, jamesq.net is where my Etsy store is. I think I put it in the link in the description too, the direct link to what will look like I'm just selling issue number 2, but you will also get this sketch if you are interested. No thoughts on whether or not Richard Marx was an inspiration for Cameron's haircut? He had bigger hair, I think. Let me see if I missed a... Okay. All right, let's see if I missed. All right, Scott Sirag says that. And then Patrick Daniels says, got any snow up there yet? Brother man, you missed it. I was hating on some snow. Before this storm that we're currently having, we've already gotten 80 inches of snow. 80 inches of snow. And which started on like November 4th and has not really let up. I mean, we've had like 4 or 5 days here or there, like one time a 4 or 5 day break, but it's really been like 2 or 3 days here, 2 or 3 days there. As far as not having snow, my son has a plowing business, and he's got broken equipment all over the place because they've been using it almost nonstop since November 4th. So he's got 14 trucks, and I think I'd be guessing. But there's only 1 or 2 that are down, and they get them fixed in time to for the next storm. So yes, sir, snow is here. Steve says Patrick and John are great guys. So far, I must agree. So. Looking really good. If I remember correctly, Andy designed the look with John. Yes. When I came on board, I tweaked it to my style. I did come up with the Archangel Michael. So as I was doing some research for Archangel the Saga, I came across a trailer that had a lot of the Archangel Michael in it. I don't know if you guys want to speak into that. whether that was you guys. It had the logo that looked like Archangel the Saga, but it was like Michael, the Archangel Michael, like he had a narrative going about the fall of Lucifer. So I don't know if you guys can speak into that. I had fun with Michael because he had wings, and the battle with Michael and the Overlord. Yeah. Focus requested new covers, as well as Lifeway Christian stores and other major distributors for book 2. Nice. Very cool. So when did they pick you guys up, or were they there the whole time? Lifeway and Focus on the Family. Were they early supporters, or did you guys do it on your own, and then they saw it, they came in and kind of gave you guys some funding to continue what you were doing? Should have probably did some of this in pencil, but I feel pretty bold. Pretty bold. I've been using the old Jim Lee, Willis Rattatio under lighting reflection thing in a lot of my recent artwork. So I think I've kind of wrapped my mind around the use of it, and so I don't feel like I am too scared to just throw it in there as without putting the pencils down first. Let me see. What am I missing? Am I missing anything? Yep, got that. James, what's up, my man? How you been? What's going on? Stretching the beast? Sketching the beast. My eyes are going. I turned 50 last year. I'm almost 51, guys. Yikes. My vision, not quite so good. Yes, the movie was a pitch that we did for Fox Home Video. Unfortunately, we couldn't raise the necessary funding to bring it to market. That's sad. That's sad. I'd love to see that had to have been like thrilling to even have the opportunity to pitch it. So how was Twin Tiers for you? Actually, I didn't go to Twin Tiers, honestly. I wasn't prepared, and I didn't ask to go. Cousin John, what's going on? Hey, James, hope you're doing well. Amazing drawing, as always. I appreciate it. Thank you. Cousin John. Hey, are you still, John Vanderwall, are you still doing the sticker thing with the antlers? I was telling somebody about your side hustle there, and they were very interested. They have a young son who would love that kind of a trophy with the antlers and the skull of the deer. So if you're still doing that, I'd love to give your information out to this friend, to that friend. We just happened to be visiting with them, and it was youth hunting season, youth rifle season. I don't know all the lingo. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll continue making that the hilt. I don't know what just faking it because I don't know. But we happen to be up there for that youth hunting rifle hunting season, and he got one. And so I mentioned your old side hustle. I didn't know if you were still doing that. Let me see. Sketching the Beast says, "Oh man, I thought I just missed you." Nope. I just wasn't prepared for it. It came up on me, so I did not requests to be there, and so maybe this year. I didn't get a chance to walk around at all. Ran into Matt Flint and all those guys though. Yeah, I'll probably try to go this time around. No, Focus on the Family was a big supporter. They came out against us at first, but Lifeway Christian Stores, Becky Wilson, bless her heart, loved it and saw there was a need for teens. Amen. Amen. That's what I'm trying to do. Fill that void. And homeschool families are loving it. Are you going to Collectors Con? I am. I actually did the poster for Collectors Con. I don't know if you saw that, but the Syracuse Collectors Con, I created the mascot. The promoter reached out to me, and he asked me if I would create a mascot for the Collectors Con, and I made the Salt City Crusader. And so if you search Facebook, you should see that there. Our first order was for 250 copies on a fax machine in John's house upstairs, and we were scared we weren't going to sell anymore. Then Diamond order came in for 12,147 copies for book one. That's awesome. And it's awesome that you can spit out the numbers from the top of your head. That's awesome. Definitely, dude. It was awesome. Way better than last year. Hope you can make it. Yeah. No, that's good to hear. Because it was pretty mid the year before. So that's right. I didn't see that. Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you had a good time down at Twin Tiers. And I will be sure to get on Mike's radar again this year and secure a table and meet you down there. So, and I am notoriously bad for seeing other people at these shows anyway, because I don't get around either. Unless it's slow, I just hang out at my table. Rock on. Yeah, they're adding some stuff for us creators. Seems more creator focused, which is a sweet. Awesome. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. No, it seems like there's a resurgence for comics. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know if anybody else wants to chime in as far as whether or not you're picking up comics, whether it excites you or not. I mean, I did recently cancel some books from my pull list because they were getting a little too violent, a little too much sexual content. So I pulled back just because I share my comics with my son, and just no need for it to sit around the house. If I can't show it to him, I probably shouldn't be looking at it either. So they were fun books, but not my values. But that's why we're creating Alpha Red. Alpha Red, just in case. AlphaRed.com. AlphaRedComic.com. Goodness, I don't even know my own website. But yeah. I don't know. We will see. We lost the cover for book 3 and a copy machine 20 years ago. So I had Scott redraw the original cover for book 3 last year to give to John as a present. Here's the cover. Here we go. Little sneak peek from Mr. Patrick Scott. Let's see. Oh man. Nice. Who drew this? Patrick. Oh, Scott. There's too many Scotts and Patricks and yeah, Scott. Okay. No, that is sweet. So what book are you working on, Scott Sirik, if you're still here? That looks amazing, bro. That looks amazing. what was I? Lost my thought. Oh, so I'm my first show will be the Syracuse Collectors Con, and that's not until the end of March. So, and I'm hoping to have Alpha Red number 8 done by then, just because it is also a more of a wrestling centric theme, and really that's what inspired me to make Alpha Red number 8 wrestling centric, because the crossover between professional wrestling and comic fans there's a lot of crossover. So that's the inspiration. I wanted to give them something to buy for my table, if I'm being honest, because they would come over, they would flip through my stuff, and they would ask me if I had any wrestling stuff, and I would have to say no. Now I'm going to say Alpha Red number 8. So I did partner also with the local wrestling company, and so the characters that are used in this issue are local wrestlers. Local wrestlers. So I'm hoping for a little bit of cross promotional stuff, and they seemed really into it. So I told them it's a Christian comic, and one of the wrestlers actually bowed out because he did not want to align himself with a Christian comic. So I said, thank you for letting me know. I mean, he was super nice. He actually bought me lunch as we were discussing some of the details. And ultimately, he couldn't align with me and my Christian comic. But it is no skin off my back. I mean, it doesn't feel good, obviously, but I don't think too much about it. I wonder, John and Patrick, is it worth it to reach out to Lifeway and Focus on the Family? Actually, one of the creators at my publishing house. I hate to call it a publishing house because it's not like a traditional publisher. We pretty much do all the work, and it's just one umbrella that we kind of print our stuff and sell our books under. But one of the creators at our company, like I'm saying, like if I could air quote, I would air quote company publisher, actually works for Focus on the Family. He writes the Odyssey books, the Odyssey comic books, and other things. He does a bunch of stuff there. But he has a Christian comic. He does a lot of Christian comics. He's a very prolific writer. He also has some non-Christian comics that he publishes or prints or whatever he does at Starcross Comics. So the guy's name is Evan David, and very good writer. His creations are Black Blossom. That one is a Christian comic. Let's see if I missed anything. That's awesome. Sweet. Patrick Daniels says, Patrick's represent. Yeah, lots of Patricks. We're overflowing with Patricks and Scotts. Sketch with Me says, yeah, sucks there's no other shows in January or February. There is, I mean, you just have to travel. There's one, I think, in New Jersey in January, end of January. It's down by Philly, even. I'm working on a book called Downtown for the city of Santa Ana, along with working some of my own projects. That's Scott Surek. Right? Nice. So the city is paying you for some stuff. That's nice. I did a lot of work for work and merchandise for WWE. That's awesome. Shirts, hats, posters. Yeah, so there is like some overlap. I just noticed the promoters of the shows that I get invited to or that I am a part of, they'll have a bunch of wrestlers as guests, and they seem to be a big draw. So I'm like, am I missing a subset of the fan base? Oh. And so, thus, Alfred number 8 was born. I'm gonna make that. That's what I believe I meant to do. So is it comic work, Scott Surek, for Santa Ana? Or is it just promotional work, just artwork in general? Because I was asked to do some comic work for the local comic show, and I had to say no because that would take way too long. And that would take time away from Alfred. So we kind of downgraded to the creation of the mascot. I said I can do a drawing, I can do the poster for the show, but I cannot commit to a whole strip, whole comic. Just the things that I'm trying to accomplish with Alfred, I just don't have unlimited time. I could definitely fill up my time with requests and things if I'm just trying to make some money. But we all know that Christian comics, you're not doing it for the money. Not doing it for the money. I mean, I don't know if you guys, maybe you guys did make money. Maybe Focus on the Family did pay for your writing and your the artwork and all the things. But you did warn me, Patrick Scott, that I should just do it on my own instead of getting investors involved. I mean, I don't know how you can make a living doing it without getting investors involved, because the overhead, just because I'm on issue number 8, I know the costs that come with creating a comic book, and it's not free. Everybody gets paid first. The printer, the shipping, anything, everybody. They're getting paid first. And so for me, I couldn't even imagine doing it for a living because I don't see the money for it. And any money that I make goes right back into Alfred. So I don't really profit from it. I can just buy other things like I can buy more comics. I can go out to breakfast more, dinner more, without having to check the bank account. I do have a comic book budget, but that is for creation of Alpha Red and purchasing comics. And thankfully, there's not much out there right now worth purchasing. Not much worth purchasing. Sketchin says, well, I'm a head out dude. Glad I could catch your stream. I'm writing my first creator-owned comic. Got to get some live streaming done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just kind of keeps people interested, and they come around, and whenever you have your thing ready to go, they can support you. Brother Fong says, this drawing is looking rather heavenly. Thank you, sir. Thank you. This is looking great. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. So, no, this coming together well. This feels like a Scott Daniel picture. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Scott Daniel. He did Daredevil and Nightwing, some Batman, maybe. I don't know what he does now. He's a Christian. I used to see him out in Pittsburgh. He had a thing on Wizard Comics, like a how to draw comics and stuff. But he was a big draw for a while. Patrick Daniel knows. Or has had work done by Mr. Scott McDaniel, that's right. Another Scott. My goodness. Great Scott. That Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Great Scott. Lots of great Scotts out there. Lots of great Scotts. Lots of great Scots. It's coming together, y'all. Coming together. So what else is noteworthy about your Archangels The Saga journey? What else? Because you're Patrick Scott. You had a book you were working on, weren't you? When we spoke, like almost 2 years ago. I don't know if you checked the text that we had going back and forth, but that was, I believe, in 2024. But you had a book coming out. I don't know if you launched that or not, with the Giants or something like that. I want to say it had something to do with Giants. Or no, a boy and a girl on a journey. They meet some angels and stuff. Let me see. This looks like we have a little blade action here on both sides. I don't know. Do you guys go out to San Diego? I know that I'm trying to hitch my cart to a wagon that ends up in San Diego. In the heyday of Archangels, did you guys ever go out to like the big shows, and if so, what was that like? Did you get a good reception? Did people come out? Did they try the book? And the 1.2 million copies that you guys sold, was that mostly sold through Diamond or through Lifeway or places that focus on the family? Was kind of selling stuff? I'd be curious. Right now, my best sellers are going to homeschool conventions, and the families appreciate that I have a comic that is family friendly. This is intentionally just even more like you guys delve into some deeper topics than I do in my comic. Mine is just pretty much generic superhero, funny kind of stuff. All right. Methinks this is it. I'm gonna wind down here, guys. I'll read the any comments and any questions for the creators of Archangel, and I have some other characters that I can draw from the book. So maybe this is the first of many Archangel the Saga draw streams. And one of these times, Patrick or John or Scott or Andy can jump on and give me some pointers, tell me where I'm going wrong on these characters. But let me finish up I forgot about the cybernetic armbands here. And then we'll talk, we'll go through the comments, and then we'll call it done. And again, if you have not hit that like button, I'd appreciate it if you did. And I'd love it if you would subscribe. And I'll have to find that Facebook fan page. And post a link to this to see if there's still some fans who might appreciate just the discussion and seeing the creators a part of the chat. Let's see. I like to kind of make all these little nicks as if he was in battle. And the best way to get the random is to spin. Spin, spin, spin. And hope that I don't mess it up too bad by putting in all these. Just makes it look like it's a little bit more worn. I don't know if it makes a difference to you, but I feel like some of it gives it a little bit more of a legit feel. All right, I'm not going to mess with it too much more. I feel like I'm going to mess it up if I keep noodling with it while we're on here. But we're going to jump in to look at the comments and see what you guys have to say. And then we shall, let's see, make you guys look at me. Brian says, looking great. Funk says, I remember buying the first 3 issues of Archangels in a special tin box at San Diego Comic-Con. How long ago was that, Brother Funk? Patrick says, the Labyrinth of the Lost Light. Is there a website that that people can go to pick up the Labyrinth of the Lost Light? How did that do? I know you had some concerns, but I'd love to show it off and point people there. Funk says, amazing work as always. You bring great pride for Vietnamese American Christians. Thank you. Looks amazing. Thank you, Teresa LO9H. John says, looking good. Thank you for the encouragement and the approval. It means a lot. Text me the cover. Oh, there we go. Let's take a look. See, right quick. So this is Patrick Scott's other work. So the Labyrinth of the Lost Light. And where can they find that, Patrick? You can shout that out. 1996 and 2006. I don't remember. Oh, you going to San Diego in 1996 and 2006. Oh, cool. Like around 2003 to 4, he thinks. Okay. 1.2 million. 95% of it was Christian markets, 5% of the mainstream. Yeah, that's I gotta find that Christian market, and that's really what is where I'm selling it is. But I have to travel straight to the homeschool conventions and really kind of sell. It's an easy sell. They walk up and I say, "There's no cursing. There's no no immoral whatever," and they just snatch it right up. So it's awesome. Looks awesome. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Show you the picture one more time. So super enjoyable. Thank you, Archangels creators and contributors for popping in here. It made this one extra special, and I hope you join me again. I got Kai coming up probably, and Michael and all the other cool guys. So I hope you'll join me. But until next time, guys, until next time, grace and peace. We out.
From the shadows he rises with courage in his heart, a beacon of hope. He's ready to start with faith as his armor and a fire in his soul. Alpha Red stands tall, fulfilling his role. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. In a world full of chaos, where evil may lurk, he fights for the righteous, his mission and work. Guided by God, with strength from above, he battles the darkness with unyielding love. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Alpha Red. When the night seems too long and hope seems so far, look to the skies, you'll see his bright star. With a prayer and a promise, he faces the fight. Alpha Red shines through, the beacon of light. Alpha Red, the hero we need. red. So stand tall with courage, let your faith lead the way. With Alpha Red beside us, we'll see a brighter day. For evil may tremble, but never forget, the world is protected by our hero, Alpha Red. Alpha Red. Alpha Red.